Welcome back to our channel, everyone. Again with you, Omar from Brownsburg Motorsports, and today we have a 2018 BMW 230i, and like the title shows, we're going to be showing you on how to remove and replace the driver's seat belt and pretensioner, so stay tuned. Alright, like always, the first thing we do whenever we're going to mess with the airbag work, we're going to have to disconnect the battery. On this car, the battery is located in the trunk, so I'm going to go and pop it open. And if you look over here, right behind this cover, you're just going to go and lift that up. Our battery is right there. So I'm going to grab my 10mm and untie this, or basically just loosen it a little bit. We don't want to get it all the way out. Get that connected off, and then I'm going to grab my towel over here. I'm going to put it here, wrap it on the terminal, so that way it doesn't touch the body or anything and cause any issues. Alright, the next thing we do, since the battery's in the trunk and we're going to be doing some airbag work, some people, you know, like sometimes I forget and I close the trunk and I get stuck in. This car is convertible, so accessing the trunk would be even harder. I'm going to get my towel. I'm just going to wrap it like this. And now I'm going to show you when you put the trunk down, it's not going to get locked. So it's still good. That way you can put the trunk down and finish your work. So let's move on to the next step. Alright, so we got the battery disconnected. I went ahead and made sure that the seat is all the way in the front position. I opened up the top as well because it's a convertible. Now, if the rear seats or like the rear headrest for the anti-roll are deployed, you're not going to be able to open up the retractable top. But I was able to, but the process for the seat belt should be the same whether you can open it or not. I just opened it for better clarity for you guys and for better mobility around it. So basically our seat belt module is like right here, retractor is right here, and to get to that we're gonna have to remove most of the stuff that you can see over here on the side. The easiest one is always gonna be the weather strip, so I'm gonna go ahead and start with the weather strip over here, and when we do that we'll be able to see the clips on the back. And also, let me see if we can get this one off. Okay, this seems to be sitting in a spot, so let me go and start with this. I have my clip remover. I'll remove the first one. I'm just gonna try and pry on it a little bit. There we go, just like that. This piece is open. And next, I'm gonna start from the back, because the back is like bigger and like the possibility of it cracking is much less than a slimmer plastic panel. I'm gonna do some on this side as well. Try to see if I can get behind it. Same thing that I'm doing on the side. I'm just trying to pry it. Let's see if we can follow with this. There we go. Another clip. Another clip. Another clip. Alright. We got this side. I don't know if you can see it or not, but those are the clips. Most of them are metal, honestly. With convertible top, they've always been metal, at least from my experience. So I just raised this up a little bit to make sure there is no screws holding it. But before we do that, I'm gonna go ahead and remove the cover on the actual piece over here. It's a plastic cover, so as you can see, it has those notches over there. What I went ahead and just put my clip remover in the bottom and pried it up. Now to remove this piece over here so we can remove the rest of this, we're going to need a T50 screw. So I'm going to go ahead and get the tools and I'll show you what we're going to do next. Alright, as you can see, I got my T50 socket, Torx socket, and I'm going to put this on the side here. Got the bolt. This is what the bolt looks like. And now I can remove this and at least get it in the bottom here. I'm going to put the screw on the side. And now we can go ahead and finish removing the entire trim on the top. See if I can get underneath it. I would highly recommend always using plastic trim remover. And as you can see, now we got this piece almost all the way up. We're not going to take it all the way out because we don't really have to. It is held on with a T20 bolt from the top over here if you want to completely remove it. If you want to see the bolt is actually right there. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I'm pointing to it right now. That's the bolt. Like I said, I don't need to remove the entire thing. We can slip the seat belt out of here very easily. As you can see, now it's like completely detached. All right, next thing is we're gonna go ahead and remove the door panel. To do that, we have a T20 over here. I have my T20 screw.
This is the first one. And I have another one over here. I'm gonna go ahead and remove these two, and I'll show you what we're gonna do next.
I removed the first screw from here. I removed the second one, and I started prying on the door. As you can see, it's held on by clips all around it. So I just started prying on it on this side, and as you can see, it's already kind of coming off, but it's not coming off fully. So I'm just gonna look from the side here, see where all the clips are. There we go. Another one right here. Now the one up top are metal clips, so they will make that sound, but do not worry, you're not breaking anything. It's just the way they are. Okay, I'm gonna try and slide it out slowly while turning on it. Here we go. And our door panel is out. Now I'm gonna bring the camera from this side to show you the connectors that we have to remove, so stay tuned. Go ahead and remove this connector over here so I can wait. That way I can gain a little bit more space. Trying to remove the retractor. There we go. Not much space gained. You can go ahead and remove the rest of these. So if you do want to remove it, I'm just gonna go ahead and remove it for the sake of the video. There is a clip over here. Just be careful. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this, and I'm gonna remove the second one over here, and I'll show you what we're gonna do next. All right. So as you saw, we removed the connector that goes over here. It has a tab on the side over here, right there. You press that tab, and you pull down. Remove the first clip, the second clip for the harness, and then the connector for the speaker. Just gonna pry on it like that. I'm gonna go ahead and put this door panel somewhere safe so it doesn't get scratched up, and I'll show you what you're gonna do next. So as you saw, that was the process to remove the door panel itself. If you wanna go ahead and remove the rear bottom seat cushion, you can. It's very easy actually. What I'm gonna do is usually the clip is right here in the middle, so I'm just gonna pry on it a little bit, and keep doing that to the end. And let me get on the other side, see if I can pull on it. There we go. That's the last one. And now you should be able to just slide your seats out. These will hold it, so push them down a little bit. There we go. And that's how you get the rear cushion out. Now let me go ahead and put this somewhere, and I'll show you what we're gonna do next. Now that we got the bottom cushion out of the way and the door panel out of the way, now to be honest with you, you do not really have to remove the bottom cushion, but for easier access, because our T50 bolt is right there in the bottom. I don't know if you can see it or not. I don't know if your camera can zoom in on it, but it's right there. That's where the bolt is. And so I have my T50 socket and my 3/8 ratchet. I'm going to go ahead and start removing this. As you can see, just have to untie it a little bit, and then it's pretty much with the hand you can get it, but the access can be a little bit hard. So there we go. I'm gonna go ahead and move this all the way, and I'll show you what we're gonna do next. I have the bolt from the bottom over here, and now I'm gonna go ahead and remove the pigtail for the airbag or for the seat belt. Now the big pigtail, let me go ahead and remove it. As you can see, as I just did. They usually have this clips or like this clamp on top. I get a pick and you push it up, and then you pull the entire thing out. Be very careful with these. They are expensive. They can go for $35 even used. So now that we have that out of the way, this should slide out of the way. This should slide out. As you can see, this is the L shape in the back. To put it back, you just like kind of align it, and then you push it down. When you push it down, it will align with the hole in the bottom for the T50 screw, and that's how you know it's in place. So this is the first part of the seat belt. We got the retractor out. Now the last thing we do is we're gonna go ahead and remove the basically cover here in the bottom. I'm gonna use my clip remover. I'm just gonna pry up on it, because this seat belt has to be removed. That's our cover right there. And then we're gonna have another T50. I'm gonna grab my ratchet and my socket. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this now. There we go. And that should do it. We got our bolt out. Now, if you're gonna send your seatbelt for repair, you can. If you have a new replacement, you just retrace your steps, and you should be good to go. All right, this sums up our video, everyone. Thank you for watching. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for more.